Hello everyone. Thank you for following the channel. I want to let you know that last Friday was the first Fruity Friday, an online gathering hosted by myself, but we had a lot of contributions from a lot of people all over the world. We had about 50 people join together. It was really cool. And if you want to get notifications about that, I don't know if I'll be consistently promoting it here, but if you join the Love Fruit email newsletter that I write on a weekly basis, you can find that fruitfest.co.uk, and you'll definitely get an update about the old Fruity Fridays. It was really fun. It was informal. It was not a presentation as much, little bits of presentation. Different people came on, different people joined, different people from the Fruit Fest over the years came on and just gave their opinion. Or we were talking about the coronavirus, we were talking about fruit ripeness, about fruit that's available now. We were just sharing our stories and doing little mini interviews and answering people's questions and things like that. So I think it was fun. It's live, obviously. I don't know if I can broadcast it on YouTube simultaneously. Maybe I'll try and do that at one point. But just to let you know about that, fruitfest.co.uk. So that's Fruity Fridays. The other things that I'm thinking of doing at the moment, the Fruit Festival, I think is still. Don't know what's going to happen with the Fruit Festival. Some of you might know me because of the Fruit Festival, and I don't know 100% what's happening this year in terms of are gatherings going to be allowed to happen. It sort of feels like it's unlikely. However, maybe this vaccine thing, maybe everyone will calm down after they get their vaccine. I don't know. Because this is nothing to do with public health or anything like that. This is about managing a public hysteria. That's what it's all about. And so many people are buying into this. And it's not that there's not a virus, but there's a virus every year. As long as we keep on farming animals, in eating animals, we'll have viruses popping up all the time. They've killed hundreds of millions of people over the last, as long as we've had animals, they've been killing people, these infectious diseases. But it's not like we can stop eating animals. I mean, that would be crazy. Like that's like, and I'm realizing that eating meat is like a religion. It's a complete religious belief. And I saw this channel on TikTok. I don't know if any of you are on TikTok, and the guy was called Science is Real, and he was like, the, and this is fantastic when people who pretend to be scientific start talking about completely bullshit stuff when it comes to humanity, like oh, people have always been hunter gatherers, and we've been hunting, and we came down from the trees and we went to the savannah, and we started to like run after animals, and that's how we caught them, because we would run for miles and we didn't have any fur, so we could sweat and they had to keep running, and we became these persistence hunters. Okay, so let's just use commons. Let's not even use science to think about this persistence hunting idea. So you're a bunch of humans, and you come across, um, I don't know, what kind of animal would it be? An antelope or something bigger than that? A wildebeest, which are in massive herds, but let's pretend that they're not in massive herds, and they wouldn't defend themselves. Let's pretend that doesn't happen. Let's pretend that cows don't have bulls around that are going to absolutely annihilate you if you come anywhere near. Let's pretend that they don't exist in nature. You're going to go out in your little group of humans, and you're going to start running after them. And if you've got weapons, then yeah, they'll probably run. But I'm not sure if they'll run if you don't have weapons. So why wouldn't you just use the weapons? But anyway, so the animal runs away. You start running after it, and you run and you run and you run. Now it has the ability, because it's on four legs, to run much faster than you and run 4 miles. Uh, but the idea is, because it's in the heat of the day, that it has to stop to drink, to sweat, whereas the human can just keep on running, keep on running. So we were all marathon runners as well. So we're running after. Bear in mind the family is miles away by now. So the whole family and the tribe is like they're miles back. We're in the heat of the sun. Oh, by the way, we're also carrying water. So we've developed the ability to create things to carry water. This is no joke. This is what they believe. This is what David Attenborough said in his blooming thing. Oh, we can carry water because we've evolved to carry water. What? This is the weird science, the dogma, the religion of meat eating. Only a religion can make you have weird faith in these ideas, right? You run for hours after this wildebeest or whatever it is. It's running, it's running, it's running, it's running to get away from you because you've got weapons on you. Meanwhile, there's food all over the place. There's all sorts of other types of food you could be getting, but you're going to spend hours trying to get this wildebeest. You've ran maybe 5 miles, maybe 10 miles away from the camp where everyone lives. Eventually, the thing falls down from exhaustion, right? And you don't have to fall down from exhaustion because you're a human and you can sweat and you can carry water and you can carry a weapon at the same time. And eventually it collapses and falls down dead, or it falls down and it can't run anymore, and then you can kill it. So you've killed this wildebeest in the heat of the day. Now just think about this common sense wise, how madness is. You've ran literal miles, maybe 5 miles, maybe 10 miles. You've got an animal now, could be half a ton, quarter of a ton, third of a ton. That meat is dead. It's going to start going off super quick, and you're going to start having flies and all sorts landing on it super quick. It's going to start to rot away. You're going to somehow butcher that animal, kill it. Of course, you've got knives with you. You've got a whole set of things that you carried while you ran 10, 15 miles after this beast, right? The more you think about this, how could this be possible? And you've got a whole gang of guys that have come with you, of course. Now you're going to take this thing, you've killed it, you've had to preserve it in some way because it's going to rot away straight away, right? You're going to pick this thing up and it's hundreds of pounds, hundreds of kilograms in weight. And you're going to carry this now 10, 15 miles back to the camp. And that's how humans hunted, that's how humans lived. How can anyone believe that? That is such a bizarre idea. Persistence hunting. Oh, but there's a group of guys in South Africa that do it. Well, that's fine, but we can't like pretend that one group what they did. By the way, what do you need for that to happen? A massive area of land. You need a massive area of land. So there needs to be no other competition. There needs to be no other human groups around that own that land or and it's always acting like there was no one else around. No other humans, no other groups, no other tribes. You could just run for 30 miles. You had this massive area of land that you basically were in control of. That's what all meat eating basically requires, like massive amounts of land. It doesn't make any sense for human populations, which very quickly went from hundreds of people to thousands, then tens of thousands of people. It couldn't happen with everyone eating lots of meat. It didn't happen. Economically, resource-wise, land-wise, it doesn't make sense. It can't have happened. This is all 20th century marketing nonsense from the meat and dairy industry to make us believe that this is an essential part of our diet. It's been part of our diet for millions of years. It's nonsense. Human beings are gatherers. Most of our food has always been plant foods. The longest living human populations mostly eat plant foods and are mostly vegetarian. Billions of people across the world are vegetarians or vegans, not through ethical choice, but just through the fact that they can't get access to a lot of meat and other things. So they don't eat a lot of animal products. So that's just a little wrap for today, I guess. But yeah, if you want to follow more of the Fruity Fridays, get the notification for the link fruitfest.co.uk. I also I'm doing coaching at the moment. I'm not really specifically pushing it right now, but I'll probably do a webinar soon, specifically if any of you want to get some help coaching wise, one to one. But I might do. I like the idea of doing a coaching group, and then I've got these courses that I'm doing, and I'll start the beginner's guide course again. So I've got all this stuff coming up if any of you are interested in it. As for the Fruit Fest, I don't think it's a good choice to for anyone to commit to coming to a fruit festival and put money down. I don't think it's a good choice for you as a potential person coming to put money down for it, and then it doesn't happen. Like if we can't say for sure it's going to happen, and we just take deposits from people, it's a pointless waste of time. So I don't want to not do the festival. I don't want to do an online festival instead of, but it might have to wait till February or March. Unfortunately, this thing is just on and on, going on and on and on. Everyone loves it. This has been a total wasted year. A total waste of a year of life. I'm frustrated, you know. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. It's been a total waste. And it's like it's been to appease the most unhealthy, the weakest, the least capable, the least willing. I don't know, like that. Maybe that's a bit offensive, but we're appeasing the elderly, people that don't look after themselves well, that have never looked after themselves. The people that are the scaredest about this coronavirus are the people that don't look after themselves. They really believe that health is something that is just by coincidence. Some people happen to be healthy, some people aren't. It's your luck of the draw. Unfortunately, that's the lack of education out there. It's criminal. We don't have. I shouldn't be. We shouldn't have to have the fruit festival. We shouldn't have to teach about this stuff. It should be in your education. I mean, the problem as well is like it seems like our education at school and so on is nothing to do with actually educating us a lot of the time. A lot of it is sort of giving you basic information, maybe to prepare you for a career one day or sort of for university. And it's like, how many people really need to go to university anymore? And then the whole point is that you get a qualification that could lead to a job or a better situation in life, which it still does do. But there's a lot of people that university doesn't help. Like there's a lot of good opportunities in getting a trade. You know, learning to be a plumber or fix roofs or something, or one of these things that there's loads and loads of jobs for. But people are going and getting like degrees, even good degrees at university, even getting good degrees, even getting good qualifications, and there's way too many people applying for the jobs. You know, I don't know why I'm going into that right right now, but it's just like ticking a box. It's like you go through this education thing. Here's a bit of basic science and some interest. Here's, you know, I don't know, man. I just I'm just ranting a little bit, I suppose. Just a little rant. The Love Fruit podcast is happening as well. Check the Love Fruit podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Amazon, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, all those podcast platforms. We've got nearly 50 interviews now. So if you're looking for something to go and listen to, and the whole playlist of the interviews is on the UK Fruit Fest YouTube channel. You can probably search for Love Fruit podcast playlist, and there's a whole playlist that you can play if you want to just have something in the background. I think it's a good thing to start subconsciously kind of training yourself by listening to other people who do the raw vegan diet, and just keep on taking in the information subconsciously in the background, or study it if you like. But I just kind of wanted to let you know what I'm up to and what I'm doing next. I was trying to actually go out to Mexico. I have a couple of friends there. I think I have quite a few friends there actually, but my flights got cancelled, and then I tried to get another flight, and that that didn't even that they didn't even take the payment; it just cancelled. So uh, I don't mind being in Scotland, but I've got no reason right now to be here. Like everything's closed, everything's closing, more lockdown, and more lockdown, more lockdown. We've done the lockdown stick. We've done this little joke. We've done this little game. You know, it doesn't work. Everything's locked down apart from everyone's going to work. All the people that go to work and all the people that go to the supermarkets. As far as I see, some of the most vulnerable people are the ones going to supermarkets and stuff. I still see like the most old people wandering about the supermarket. I'm like, I, I don't know. Anyway, Fruity Fridays every Friday, Fruity Fridays. Um, I'll probably put a website page up for it at some point so that you can just go there and join in time. So anyway, thank you for continuing to follow. Feel free to put a question down below if you want me to make a video about something. And if you want to get in touch with me about anything, once again, put a message down below, or I might put my email in the comments or something. Thank you for following and watching and supporting over the years, and we'll see you in the next video.